coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know. And
shout out to everybody out there on Team Banky Pound. Appreciate the love. Boom, 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 boom. Appreciate the support. Let me see if I can throw that hook like Bud Crawford. Boom! Good God Almighty, Bud, a bad man. Shout out Bud Crawford, man. Bad dude, I try to tell y'all. Man, this was fight weekend, man. It was crazy. The fight lived up to the hype. Definitely crowned the baddest man on the planet in that ring, man. That is the one and only Bud Crawford, man. So all y'all ain't listen to me, shame on you. But anyway, man. Shout out to everybody who been rocking with me, man. Everybody over there on the morning mud. I know a lot of y'all ain't came yet. I know a lot of my regulars over here ain't, you know, made that transition. Y'all need to get over there, man, because we having fun in the morning. Shout out to Coffee Keith, man. Big love to Coffee Keith, man. I can't wait to Keith come on, man, and show y'all. And let y'all see old Keith. Let y'all see old Keith drink that coffee, man, and I guarantee y'all, man, y'all enjoy yourself, man. Y'all will laugh and have fun, man, because he is a funny dude, man, without trying to be funny. But anyway, man, but big love to everybody who been supporting me, everybody who rocking the platform. Yeah, we still grinding hard to get that 100K because we want that plaque on the wall. We moving slowly, but we pulling up on 83, so man, tell a friend to tell a friend, man. Come on, man. Let's go, man. Let's get in this fight, man. Let's get in this fight, man. Let's get it. We gotta make a move, man. We gotta, you know, put our name up there on the wall, man. You know, we making positive change, man, with a positive movement, man. You know, so salute to everybody who rocking with me. Man, woo, today. I was sitting here thinking to myself, what can I talk about today, man? The fight been on my mind so much, man, and aftermath for all of that, so I won't really get nothing that was coming to me, man. And then I was just thinking about things, man, and it just came to me, and I said, well, man, let me talk about that. Oh, man, it's crazy. In penitentiary, right? Not only do you got to be careful what you say, you got to be extra careful in what you put on paper. Be careful what you put on paper. Because, man, I'm going to tell you something, man. I done seen so much chaos, so much confusion, so many things break out because of what somebody wrote on paper. And it came back to him to bite him, man. It came back to him to bite him. And I mean crazy stuff. I mean far beyond what y'all would even imagine. I just seen so many different things, man. In penitentiary, we call it a kite. You know what I'm saying? You know, fly a kite, send a kite to somebody. Yeah, I'm tired. I'm super tired, man. Stayed up for that fight and everything. But we call them kites. So, man, listen, man. Them gang members, first of all, let me jump all the way to the gang members. Them gang members be writing kites, man, and folding them up this small, man. They be folded up so small and so tight and pent in. It be crazy, man. And they, you know what I'm saying, you know, when we can't get to one another, dudes send kites. You got people that moving, that's going back and forth, that's moving all over the compound. Dude might send a kite because there's no other way that he can communicate with this person. So that be going on a lot. Now, if these kites get tore off or the kite end up in the wrong person's hand, what happens then is dude open the kite. Now this has happened many times. You can get hit with that Bethlehem for opening up a kite that don't belong to you. I'm telling you, real talk, you can get hit with that Bethlehem for opening up a kite. If a kite is being sent and it end up in your room or end up in your cell or your possession and you open it up and you read it and you try to reseal it or whatever, or either get rid of it, man, dude's gonna do, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because dude's gonna say, You knew it wasn't yours when it came to you. It wasn't your name on it. It won't, why would you open it? Man, I seen a dude get hit, man. I'm talking about he really almost lost his life behind opening a kite that did not belong to him. Opening a kite, because now you know dude's personal information or whatever it is that they was trying to relay to somebody else, and you done got that information. And some of that information be crazy. Some of that information be wild and don't nobody want nobody to know. This is why I always wonder, why do dudes send them kites and put this type of information on paper? I don't get it, man. I don't get it. I just don't get it. I never got it. I was never really a kite writer, you know what I'm saying? Even when I was like trying to communicate with my brothers and stuff, like Dixon or whoever, I won't never really a kite writer. I say something. Tell the houseman or tell the dude this over. Look, man, tell Dixon I said woo, 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 woo. But I would never really put nothing on paper like that, man. And it won't nothing I was going to put on paper that was crazy anyway. But it's just that people, you know, they intercept them kites. You got some nosy jokers in prison. They see a kite and supposed to transfer a kite. You can pay a dude to take a kite to somebody because he work on the yard. Take this kite over there to Bill and Fold, man, such, man. Make sure you put it in such, all right. He would take that kite and be so nosy. When he go out on the yard, he'll bust the kite open and read the kite, reseal the kite, and then go give it to, you know, whoever it was that it was going to. And then go spread the information. That's how the rumor mill start. That's how dudes get late. That's how dudes get that Bethlehem put in them by not minding their business. You know what I'm saying? Now, man, listen, man. Kites have been intercepted in the penitentiary and has caused total chaos. And when I tell you total chaos, I mean total chaos, man. Dudes intercept kites going to the police. Dudes that intercepted snitch notes going to the police. You might have a dude that work over in administration and he got privy to all of the information that comes in that goes to the investigator who writing or whatever. He steals that stuff and brings it back out on the yard and sells that information because he be right there where the mail is at. So dudes are taking write a snitch note or write a note to the investigator and drop it in the mailbox and you know, address it to the investigator. So when it goes over there to the investigator, it goes in a file or in a box, in a cubby hole or whatever. But if you got a worker that work over there and he a thorough dude, if he a convict, if he ain't got nobody looking, he'll take all them joints. You know what I'm saying? Where they never get to the dude, he'll take them all and then he'll turn around and let dudes know what's going on. That's deadly too. That's deadly too because first and foremost, if somebody puts something in there that's snitching or doing something like that anyway, it's always snitching because you ain't got no business writing investigate about nothing. But when his name go out there, he know he got so much opposition coming at him, he might target the dude who work over there who put the information out and just deal with that one dude and don't have to deal with the masses for, you know, them knowing that he snitching. You see what I'm saying? Or call him a liar and say, man, that ain't, I ain't right, that ain't, you know, and it always goes bad. It always goes south. But dudes have got tore off like that, being green, being in the penitentiary, being scared, thinking that the police gonna save them, write notes, this, that, and the third, and the notes come right back to them, right in their face. Man, you wrote this. Nah, man, nah. And they know they wrote it. You know what I'm saying? And they know they wrote it. So things like that go on, man, when you messing around with that, that snitching, man, and putting stuff on paper. And it's crazy. And then dudes will write each other. Dudes will be beefing. Dudes that had stuff going on, and dudes will try to send a kite to dude to say, look, man, send me to Bethlehem. Or look, man, I'm beefing with such and such in my block. I need the Bethlehem up here, blah, blah, blah. And a dude to send that kite out, and a dude to intercept that kite, be cool with the person that's he trying to get the Bethlehem for, and or know somebody that's cool with the person he trying to get the Bethlehem for and sell that information. You know what I'm saying? And sell that information. Now you thinking that the kite don't win here, that's, you know, where you send it, this, that, and the third, and next thing you know, you come out your cell the next morning, jokers done made a move on you because they already know that you plotting on them. You know what I'm saying? And you, man, it seemed like, to me, I don't know, maybe because I had been in penitentiary or I pick up on stuff, but to me it seemed like this was always elementary. But I'm telling you, from going into penitentiary to 33 years later, man, dudes were still getting late for what they put on paper. Still getting late because dudes were still doing it. And how can you entrust somebody with some information that you don't want nobody else to know and give it to a dude and say, get it to such, such, such? And he ain't even in the building with you. So he got to go through so many different hands. And then you will tell a dude, don't put this in nobody's hand but this dude. But if he can't get to that dude, he might get to his buddy and say, look, get this to such, such. Ain't you in the building with him? But that's not the instructions you gave him. I done seen the messenger take that Bethlehem for doing that. Oh, man, I told you specifically don't put that in nobody's hand but Joe Blow. And you put it in such. No, but he was in the block with him. Man, no. Wop, wop, wop. I'm telling you, it goes down, man, because dudes be putting crazy stuff in there, man. Dudes be putting drug transactions in there. Dudes be putting when they getting the sack in there. Dudes be putting about what police is bringing in the sack. Dudes be putting about police that they got in their pocket that they messing with. Man, it be all types of. I'm like, man, these jokers is crazy. You know what I'm saying? And dudes will do the intercept. I told y'all, even like when I was back in the hole, way back in the day on Augusta. When I was in the hole and Dixon was on the hole on the other side. Dixon was writing kites to me, sending them by the house, man. I had a radio at the time, like I said, did record. They take the recording off all the radios that you have in prison. You know what I'm saying? Where it won't be no record. They disable that. But I had one to record. So instead of writing Dixon back, I used to record the message and send it back over there to him, as I told y'all in probably the Augusta video. So Dixon was beefing with a dude on the yard at the time. So we discussing, you know what I'm saying, when we get out, how we gonna deal with the Joker. You know what I'm saying? Because the Joker was a known dude. He was a formidable dude. He known to push that Bethlehem, boo, boo, boo. He got a lot of homies or whatever. So in us discussing that, I'm talking on tape. I'm talking, you know, with mine and sending the tape back when dude bring me the kite. I take the kite, I read the kite, I record mine saying, give it to the dude, he take it back. This Joker turned the jokes in to the police, the investigator for whatever reason. And man, me and Dixon ended up getting a conspiracy to commit murder charge, man. A conspiracy to commit murder. I say, what? Yeah, all over. And I denied, you know, I said, man, that ain't my voice. What, you got a voice analyst or whatever, you know what I'm saying? They even had Dixon, some of the kites that Dixon had sent to me. I'm never receiving, but I'm thinking, you know, he thinking that I'm receiving them, but I never received them. This dude turning all this stuff in. But this a joker that ain't never coming out the hole, so you can't get to him anyway. Because he a house man in the hole and you can't get to him and he back there working for the people. You see what I'm saying? But it was unbeknownst to me and Dixon because we don't know this joker. You know, we don't know nothing about it. But he the only way that things can get moved. And the administration to set somebody up in that position where they can be the only person that you got to go through and knowing that this person is going to bring them all the information. Man, them people might get letters sometime and make photocopies of them joints. And then give it back to the dude and tell him to give it to who it's supposed to go to, so you'll be none the wiser. None the wiser, man. I'm telling you, they play dirty games in there, man. Super dirty games, man. It be crazy, but man, the dudes that done got caught up with scandals in there, messing with them kites, putting information in there. This crazy, super duper crazy, man. I could even remember my homeboy. I wouldn't even call his name, man. But man, it was crazy. It broke my heart, man. They kept on saying that they found a kite with him, and they said this definitely was his name. It definitely was his handwriting, all this and all that. And he writing to the people, telling the people that he trying to get somebody out of jail. If they let him out of jail, he will give them all the information they need of who bringing the drugs in. And man, this joke blew my mind because I knew the dude. Everybody knew the dude, respected the dude, but he had got caught up in some stuff that really want nobody aware of. It was little rumors, little whispers saying he doing this, he doing that, he down there, he messing with the people. He got a boy on the side, he be sneaking down there with the boy, but dude's like, nah, man, that ain't true. Dudes done pull up on him and asked him. He said, nah, boom, 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 that ain't true. The boy ended up getting locked up for some foolishness. And he in the hole, and now while he in the hole, all of a sudden, he supposed to have wrote a kite to the administration telling them, look, man, boom, 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 get him out the hole, you let him out the hole, da, 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 da. He was going to give him the information about what was going on. Man, this messed his whole reputation up, man. It was crazy. He was denying the kite, and this how vicious dudes is in there with that paper. Dudes took that joint over to the administration and got that joint photocopied. I'm talking about like made like 300-400 copies with his name on it and sent it and just passed it around the whole compound. Everybody was reading. This how it came to me. I'm like, what? And like I say, this dude know he'll put some work in. But when they know or think that you telling, you gonna have to put the work in because they gonna put the word out. And man, it got crazy. Yeah, he ended up pulling up on the dude who is supposed to have put that information out, saying it won't him, but it had his government name on it. You know what I'm saying? Because he assuming that he's talking to the police. So man, this junk was crazy. The dude that he pulled up on, they put the information out, they get the beef, and then next thing you know, both of them supposed to be scrapped, both of them supposed to be meeting on the yard, dudes trying to intervene. It's crazy because dudes saying, standing 10 toes down, saying, it came from you, I seen it, you know what I'm saying, they got your name on it. He's saying that anybody could have wrote that, put my name on it, dudes doing stuff like, man, let me see your handwriting, it's just, it be wild, man, but these are deadly games, though. This is life or death. You know what I'm saying? Because like I told y'all many, many times over here, man, you lose your reputation in prison, you lose your life. You understand me? So it just was wild, man. It was crazy. He ended up getting to wrecking with a dude in the block. The dude said something, so they get to banging out or whatever. And he ended up going to the hole. Now, dudes was saying that was a check-in move. They gonna say, oh, you did that just because you wanted to get off the compound, just because you wanted to get locked up. So you picked and choose a dude that you swung on. Woo. I mean, it just goes on and on, man. I'm telling you, man, penitentiary is full of that flammery, that larceny, that skullduggery, that tomfoolery. It goes down, man. And I'm telling you, that's why I say, to go in the penitentiary, say, oh, well, I'm just going to mind my business. Ain't nothing going to happen to me. I ain't got to worry about nothing. I don't bother nobody. I don't say nothing. Man, that's, no. Not in this environment. Not in this environment, because like I said, it breeds larceny. You know what I'm saying? Now whether he did it or not, the census say that he did. Say it was him, said it was his writing, said it was his name, said it was his everything. So, you know what I'm saying? It just was crazy, man. But it took a big dent to his reputation, man. A real big dent to his reputation. And it's been dudes and been caught with stuff on paper worse than that. Man, this other dude that I know, man, and dudes knew him, and he was always like one of them fun dudes that always laughing, joking, and playing. Man, listen, man, he wrote a kite to supposedly to one of them peoples, man, and telling them how much he liked them, but he didn't want nobody to know, and he wanted to try to sneak and get a mood in the cell with him and act like, he said, but I'm going to act like I ain't want you in the cell, just to throw people off, but I want you in the cell. And the people's writing him letters back saying, well, if I come in the cell, what's going on, what we going to do? Man, he's saying that he'll do everything. He said he'll do everything. He said, whatever you let me do to you, you know what I'm saying, you can do to me. Man, dude, intercept that kite and put that thing, same thing, made copies, and just was sending them around. He getting mad, he's furious, he's saying, man, that's a lie, that ain't me. They got so much pressure on the people say it is him. Me and him been going back and forth. I was getting ready to move in the cell with him. He's so mad and going crazy and trying to convince the masses in the whole population that that ain't him and he ain't into that. He hit the boy. He stabbed the boy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, 3 times. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about messing him up bad too. Now, everybody really looking at the situation, and dudes know it was him. Even his celly said it was him. You know what I'm saying? His celly. But dudes look at that like that's a check-in move. You just turn around and go hit the boy. But you know, everybody saying it's you. Everybody saying you did it. The boy saying you did it. Why you hit the boy instead of hitting the dude who, you know what I'm saying, took the kite and opened the kite and gave it to everybody, who made photocopies for everybody. You see what I'm saying? So, man, that was wild. Cause that dude right there too shocked me. I didn't think that, and especially even if he was in not what he was saying he was gonna do on that paper. nah, he was on some other stuff on that paper. Like, man, and dudes was like, what? Man, get up. And dude knew him. He was like one of the dudes that's always talking, always laughing, always playing. Everybody was cool with the Joker. And ain't nobody would have thought that, because obviously whatever he was doing, he was hiding. But man, that was crazy. So, you know, like I say, he put it on paper. He put it on paper and it came to light. You know what I'm saying? He put it on paper and it came to light, man. You know, even like back on Powhatan, man, back being on Powhatan, I told y'all they had that captain, man, Captain Scott. Man, them dudes be writing snitch letters and everything, man. Captain Scott would get them kites and bring them out here and read them in the pod. And read them in the pod. And if you was crazy enough to put your name on, he'll call your name. Cell 14 said, let me know they got store boxes in here and y'all in here smoking weed. Yeah, who was Cell 14? He wrote this. Yeah, he sent it to me. I don't take snitching. I don't like snitching. So, you know, and throw it on the pod floor. Yeah, then we got another one right here. He ain't put no name on it, but he said, y'all doing this in the block. And throw it on the floor. He said, y'all can handle this. Don't send me no snitch notes, because I don't want nobody telling nothing. I'm going to find out what I need to find out on my own. And man, dudes get the check. Man, dudes get the checking in and everything, because you ain't going to be able to. Scott, this the captain. He telling you. But he'll put them dudes straight on Front Street, man. Them dudes be refusing to come out their cell. Them dudes be trying to write grievances. They be trying to file lawsuits. Talking about, man, the CO done put my life in danger. But all the time they screaming, it ain't them. I ain't do it, man. I ain't right there, man. Hey, why the captain lying on you? For what? Who is you to him? You know what I'm saying? So it just, man, putting it on paper, putting it on paper would cost you your life. If you got some flammery, some larceny or something that you doing, some secretive stuff that's going on, you put it on paper, you at risk. If you don't want nobody to read it, but whoever it's supposed to go to, you at risk. You know what I'm saying? I told y'all how the whole compound went in an uproar. One of the biggest scandals on the compound was when dude wrote that letter on Greensville and sent that kite over there, tried to send that liquor across the yard, and wrote the kite. Yeah, man, we got the graphic design dude over here bringing this in, bringing that in, doing this, doing that, man. We got it going on over here. Y'all better get moved over here, man. This how we getting it over here. And send a bottle of liquor that's still in the bottle that you can buy out the liquor store in, and put the kite with it. And Warrior Zolly, tore that off and read that, shut the whole compound down. Graphic design dude ended up losing his job. Everybody was under investigation. Dudes ended up getting caught with DVD players, freak books, drugs, you name it. It was just, man, this joint right here was a real big scandal. They had internal affairs in there. They had police in there. They had everybody who took the class being called over there, asked all these questions. You know what I'm saying? Man, you ain't gonna do nothing. You can get transferred. You can go wherever you want. Just tell us. They just wanted the graphic design dude because of the fact that he was a civilian and he come in off the street. And they just wanted him. They weren't really worried about the inmates because you locked up, but they trying to get you to snitch. They trying to get you to tell. They trying to get you to break the code. And that's the only time since I was locked up that I seen every dude held their word, man. Everybody said, man, that man ain't never bring me nothing. And even the dudes that he was hitting off, they denied it all, so they had no evidence against him. So he ended up having to leave the institution, though, because they deemed him a security risk. He ended up having to leave the institution and later on probably got a job somewhere else on another institution. But nobody told on him, man, because whatever he was doing, evidently, he must have been doing right by everybody. You know what I'm saying? But that all came from a kite. It all came from a letter from somebody putting that words on paper. And they find that stuff, man. They gonna read that stuff and they gonna act on that stuff. They gonna act on it. And dudes try to help, man. I'm telling you, kites be so intricate, man. They hide kites in everything that you could. I ain't gonna say everything they hide it in because they still might be doing it. You know what I'm saying? But they be moving them kites because that's a form of communication, man. Them kites be moving in there like real live emails, dog. Them Jones be moving like real live emails. Dudes gonna get their word out of what they gotta say to whoever they gotta say it to. They gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? By any means necessary. But putting it on paper, just be careful what you put on paper, man. If you don't want nobody else to read it, if you don't want nobody else to know about it, if you put it on paper, you at risk. Because it got to pass through too many hands before it get to its destination. And people in the penitentiary is so nosy. They gonna open them kites. If that kite come to your cell and it ain't got your name on it, you supposed to kick it right back out and say, man, that ain't me. Man, say bring it right. It ain't me. I don't want it. You don't want nothing to do with it. Because that joint right there can cause you to be in a world of trouble, cause you to be in a beef that you're not ready for, all types of things, man. Just by people putting stuff on paper. They put their whole life on paper. They put their personal information on paper. And in the penitentiary, man, I don't know why they keep doing it, man. I never seen it work out. I never seen it work out for a dude, man. I never seen it work out, man. So like I said, I won't never do the right case. I'm going to see you when I see you. I'm going to say what I say to you when I say to you. But I ain't doing all of that foolishness, man. And that stuff right there, man, I'm telling you, people done got savage behind that, man. And sometimes people done got savage behind it and it won't true. It won't true, but it appeared to be true. You understand me? Perception is greater than reality sometimes. Just the perception can mess your reputation up. You see what I'm saying? So you got to act and move a certain way in the penitentiary, man, at all times, man. But, yeah. So that's another lesson, man. You know what I'm saying? If you go in the penitentiary and you got something to say, I don't care if it's your brother on the other side, your real blood brother. Don't put nothing in that kite. Oh, yeah, man, wait, I'm going to get up with you when I come out and try to get moved over here. Woo, woo. Yeah, but they got this joke in here, my celly, man. I don't like him. He make the wrong move. I'm going to do something to him. Yeah. Dude, get that, intercept that. He'll read the whole kite, and that one part about what you saying, you going to do something to your celly. He'll whisper back to your celly and say, look, man, dude plotting on doing something to you, man, first time you woo. And there you go. You at risk. You at risk. You understand? You at risk, man. So it's crazy, man. Crazy world, man. Crazy things go on in there, man. And a lot of it go on because of what somebody said or what they was bold enough to write on a piece of paper and try to send it to somebody else, man. So anyway, man, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Talk to me. I talk back. And you know, like I say, it's a blessing in every lesson, man. I don't know nobody, like I say, death is always on the table, man. But I don't think I know nobody who, I probably have to do a little bit more thinking that knows somebody got killed behind what they put it in a kite. But I do know many who got brutalized. I know many who lost their reputation. Many who, you know, it changed their whole, you know, character in prison. So, you know what I'm saying? But the blessing is I don't know nobody who lost their life behind a kite. Or some, you know, he said stuff. But, you know, that's the blessing, man. But in penitentiary, man, anything is possible at any time. And you got to stay ready so you don't have to get ready. You know what I'm saying? And you got to think things through, man. And don't never, ever say something out your mouth that you can't stand for or put nothing on paper that you can't stand for. Because, believe it or not, it's going to come a time when you're going to have to stand on what you said or what you wrote down. You know what I'm saying? That's just reality. But anyway, man, y'all talk to me in the comments. I talk back, man. Y'all be safe, be smart, make good decisions. I see y'all in the morning mud if you really rock with me. If not, I see you tomorrow at 6. Boom, 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 boom. Duck them hooks. And don't put it on paper if you can't stand for it. Bomb.
Banky special.
Yeah.
Pure deliciousness.
Pure deliciousness, man. My name is Banky, man. Everybody calls me Banky. That's the name that I got from my grandmother when I was young. I'm coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality. You know,